being handcuffed on the noose.
For the first time in 2 years, they'll face off.
I understand.
That you screwed my brain up and fried it like a psycho.
Welcome back to the watch party. Angry mom Tammy and her daughters are back on the show 5 years later, and she is a changed woman, no longer yelling and screaming at her kids, but has the damage already been done. One of her daughters is homeless, living on the streets and doing who knows what, and her mother will not allow her to come home. Is this a case of cruelty, or is it a case of tough love? Will tough love set her straight, or is this just pushing her farther away into the streets? I'm Tippy Morgan. You be the judge.
Did I get through to you? Did you listen?
Oh, I definitely listened. It was very interesting to me to find out that I was the issue, not Tatiana, not Tamika, not anybody else. I really didn't grasp that before. I was too busy blaming everybody else and everything outside of me, and I was miserable. You were right, I was miserable.
Since then, you made a quantum shift in the way you approach this with a lot of hard work after the show, because we always say this is the beginning, not the end, when we first meet, that a lot of work starts then.
Absolutely.
But Tatiana decided that she just wasn't going to go to school anymore.
Yeah, and wanted 6 months to, as she said, run with my friends and do what I want, and then you can talk to me again about what I will or won't do. It was very scary because I really didn't think Tatiana would make the choice that she's made.
I have some excerpts of your letter. Now, when did you write this?
October 24th of 2012.
Okay, so you gave her a month. So you said by November 23rd, so I'm going to give you a month here to put this into effect. And if you don't do this within a month, then I'm going to give you a couple of weeks to get out.
December 9th would have been 1 week after her 18th birthday.
Okay. A lot of parents are watching this, and they're wondering, because I always talk about you got to take a stand and you got to do what you believe. She said you must be doing at least one of the following by November 23rd in order to continue living here as of December 9th, 2012. One, have a paying job and you can keep the money. It's not like I want to start charging you rent and groceries and utilities and all of that. Two, volunteer at least 10 hours a week.
I was even willing to pay her minimum wage. I told her I would give her minimum wage for the volunteer hours that she worked, and I would not tax as long as I could verify that she was actually volunteering somewhere.
And three, participating in education, career advancement. And if you choose not to do at least one of these things, then you'll have to find another place to live by December 9th, 2012.
Yeah.
This letter reads very differently than the woman that I met on stage who was screaming at people from your car for being on their cell phone, you sons of...
That is significantly different than what I would have said and done 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago, I cussed out your producer, I cussed out the airport guy because he gave me wrong directions, the driver because he didn't have a sign. I even cussed somebody out after your show because they wouldn't let me walk around the lot.
And your question for me is, did you do the right thing? And I'm going to give you my honest opinion.
When Tatiana first left the house, I would go visit Tatiana under whatever local bridge or whatever street she told me she was on and take her food on a weekly basis.
So right now, I've come down to underneath one of our bridges. This is one of the areas where I used to see Tatiana and bring her food. This is another one of the weekly areas where I would come feed my daughter.
Portland, Oregon has made the news recently with the overpopulation of transient homeless teens. Now, that was former guest Tammy showing us where she used to find her daughter, Tatiana, as one of the hundreds of Portland street kids. Now, Tammy came to the show 5 years ago about moms and their uncontrollable anger. Now, after the show, she said she was able to curb her temper and put her youngest daughter, Tamika, on the right path. But unfortunately, her relationship with her eldest daughter, Tatiana, suffered. 3 years ago, Tammy says Tatiana, then 17, announced she was not finishing school. So Tammy gave her a choice: either stay in school, get a job, volunteer, or you're going to have to find somewhere else to live. Much to Tammy's surprise and disappointment, Tatiana chose to pack up and move out that very day and has been living on the streets ever since.
After the Dr. Phil show, my mom kicked me out and I've been living on the streets. But I didn't move out. My mother typed me an eviction notice and made me sign it. I didn't want to do it. And I tried to communicate with my mom and explain to her why I wasn't going to school, but she doesn't listen to what I have to say. I packed my bags and I left. My choice of traveling is definitely hitchhiking, but I used to hop freight trains as well. The best thing about traveling on a freight train would have to be the sights you see. It's just so wonderful and great, and it's just awesome. I've been to Oregon, Washington, California, Nevada, Arizona, Montana, Idaho, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas. I get into fistfights all the time. This one time, I guess for lack of a better word, it was a really pathetic attempt at assault. This drunk guy that I had been hanging out with all day that ran at me and grabbed my throat and shoved me backwards, and I flipped out my pocket knife and I grabbed his arm and I cut from right here to here, and I said, next time you think about doing that to a girl, you're gonna look at that scar and you're not gonna do that ever again to anybody. I asked my mom if I could come home just to see her over Christmas. And she was like, no, I'm not gonna let you squat around the house. I don't really care about my mom's opinion on anything. She makes me out to be the bad guy. She really does need help.
And a lot of these kids out here on the streets have families they get to go back to for Christmas, and I can't do that.
In part one, Tammy was yelling and screaming at her kids and had really severe anger and rage issues because she wasn't loved by her mother as a child. First of all, it's really nice to see that she's actually changed because, I mean, you don't get to see that all the time on the show, right? You see people at their worst and you don't get to see them improve. So I'm really proud of Tammy for changing her behavior and getting some real help for herself and doing the work. But it's sad that, you know, maybe it was too late for this daughter, Tatiana. Tatiana's on the streets. This is terrible. I don't know how she decided to not go to school at 17. How could a 17-year-old just decide to not go to school? Is that legal?
Well, Tammy hasn't seen 20-year-old Tatiana in 2 years. So, Tatiana, come on out.
Can I please have a talkie? Use them. How are you?
Tatiana, how are you?
How are you?
Have a seat.
Right on. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being here?
I'm not excited about it at all, but I feel privileged for sure.
Yeah. Why are you not excited about it?
Well, I wasn't really excited about getting my lifestyle exploited. I just feel that it's hard for people to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it.
I think it might be mischaracterized.
Yes, that would be a more correct word, yes.
Well, then let's listen. That's a good thing about your being here. You have the floor and you can set anything straight that seems to be mischaracterized. And I do have some questions.
All right.
That maybe will help you, because you said your mother kicked you out.
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting that you see it that way, because I read the letter, the eviction notice that you talked about. What did you want to happen?
I wanted understanding, to be brutally honest with you. My reason for not going to school was the fact that I had such a stressful household.
I totally get why you would have trouble finding traction in school and in life at that early time, because you were living in a situation that was just rah, 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 rah all the time. I get that.
I think at this point, I understand that my lifestyle may not be the most favored, but my family wasn't giving me the help, so I learned at a young age that I have to rely on myself and do what makes me happy. And that may not look good to other people, and it may not make sense to other people, but if it makes me happy, that's what really matters in the long run.
Yeah, I understand that theory more than you might imagine. Former guest Tatiana was arrested along with 5 other people almost 3 years ago for allegedly attacking a food cart vendor while living on the streets. Today she still lives on the streets. She train hops, she hitchhikes. She doesn't consider herself homeless. She considers herself a traveler. At the break you said you're really frustrated right now. What are you frustrated about?
The fact that specific video clip, what it said during it, what was followed by it's mostly for protection, was the fact that I have never used it for protection. It's not a weapon, it's a tool. Mm-hmm. That's why I have it.
Well, that's why you're here to clarify. So this is it, and this is you carry this with you?
Yeah.
Do you understand that somebody out there could take that and hurt you with that?
Why do you think that's going to happen, Mother?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Are you worried
I'm
about
asking you because I love you. That's why I'm worried about it.
You don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm fine. You have still not tried to reach out, ask me what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, or try to even attempt to understand what's going on in my head.
Why are you calling me and asking me to come home if you think I don't care?
Because I
And
need
why do
family.
we have conversations with each other on Facebook all the time about how much I love you? And I ask you, are you staying safe? Are you ready to change yet what you're doing?
You've never asked
No,
me that.
Mommy, I'm fine.
I know that maybe it's hard for you to understand because you think I'm just trying to mooch off of you guys or be in and out of your life or whatever. But look, honestly, the thing is, Mom, you know Dad doesn't talk to me. I don't talk to my dad. I have no family. All these dirty kids out here, all my friends and stuff, get to go home and see their family for Christmas. You know why? Because their family loves them and understands that what they're doing right now is just a phase. Just like you used to tell me when I was younger and in high
It's been
school, and
almost
you used
3
to
years.
say,
This isn't a phase. This is a lifestyle you've now developed. I thought you would
what's
go
wrong
through a
with
phase
it? And what's wrong
come
with
home.
it? And what's wrong with it?
It's
Tell me exactly.
dangerous.
How do you know that?
Because you're living on the streets. Look at the scars all over you. I can look at your hands and see scars
That's
all
from getting
over
mosquito bites. Of
Okay.
course it's a little dangerous.
I don't have mosquito bites
because
all
you
over
stay
me.
in your house all day.
Which is why I say what you're doing just is not, it's not safe.
Well, here's a Facebook post that you after Tammy refused to let you come home. Tatiana, anyone in Portland willing to let me and my 4-year-old house-trained 20-pound dog stay with them over Christmas? I'm house-trained, willing to shower, clean, cook. What is spange?
Spange. Spange means spare change, but it's like a word compounded together that we use as it's a nicer way of saying panhandling.
And not loiter around your house all day and eat your food. So when your mom said you can't come home, you posted that and said, will anybody let me come stay with them? So you don't always want to be on the street. But Tatiana showed us what a day in her life as a street kid, as they're referred to, is like. You gave us a bit of a tour. Let's take a look.
Oh, Julie. We're in Golden Gate Park, and I'm going to show you where I kind of hang out and do my daily things. This is Tank. She's digging something up. It might be a ground squirrel. These are the bathrooms over here. It's clean today. It's nice. This is my sink. Me and like of other people, this is where I go to take a shower. It's a nice little area to wash up, and people are friendly here. I've been to 12 states total. I try not to stay in towns for longer than 2 weeks at a time. I'm not really homeless. I'm a traveler. Everywhere's my home. I panhandle. I ask people for change. I haven't eaten today. I don't really know where my next meal is coming from, but I'm okay with that. It's just my backpack. I just carry all my in it. This is my Thermarest. It recycles your body heat. Got a pair of socks in here. This is sadly my tarp. Big and clean. I washed it the other day. I also have a really cool pipe. This is my machete. It's a kukri. It's just for safety. I put my backpack up by my head, my shoes by my head, and I go to sleep. I try to just live day by day and not worry about the future. I'm so lonely. I have a dog, the only thing that understands me.
Where would you place your life quality on a 1 to 10?
I'd say like a 7 or an 8.
Well, I want to ask you some questions about that and tell you why I find that hard to believe. And it doesn't escape me that you're the one in the tape piece that said the machete was for safety, not for brush clearing, but those were your words, not ours.
Oh, trust me, I said it. It just was decided not to get put into the... No, I understand that this is supposed to be portrayed as a huge drama.
No.
My lifestyle's horrible.
No, actually, that's not
doing the wrong
case.
thing.
Actually,
I get it.
that's,
I get
no,
it.
you don't get it. You don't even almost get it. And you'll understand why I say that when we come back.
Okay, so now we've finally seen Tatiana, and honestly, this is just very sad to me. I mean, she said in her tape piece that she's lonely all the time and she only has this dog to keep her company. I'm glad that she at least has the dog. She says that she enjoys living this lifestyle and she's very defensive about it. But at the same time, we see evidence of her asking to come home and when she's not allowed to come home, begging to go to somebody's home. So like Dr. Phil said, she clearly doesn't always want to be on the streets. Maybe she wants her freedom. Maybe she wants to come and go. I wonder what she's doing out there. Is she doing substances? This can't be good for one's mental health. And I'm just wondering why she refuses to do even one of the things on her mom's list. The list seemed very reasonable to me. And why won't she get a job or get some steady source of continuous income? Why is she refusing to do that? I'm sure that there are many emotional layers here, and hopefully we get to find out like what is going on here.
You said you get that the whole purpose here is to portray this as some big drama, horrible lifestyle. You couldn't be more wrong. The truth of the matter is, I've been homeless.
Damn,
I
really?
lived on the streets, and I know that it's not fun, it's not cool, it's not always dangerous, it's mostly just boring.
Yeah, big time.
You said you wanted to come home, and you said no.
You told me I was in a squat at your house. You used the word squat.
I said you are not going to come home and use my house as a squat house for 30 days and then go back out to the streets. So until you change that lifestyle, you can't come back to the house.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you're not welcome in the house.
No,
You
that's
are
okay.
always welcome. You can always come home. I will forever be here for you. You must make changes first in order to come back home.
I have no family. I have nothing out here at all. I got myself and my dog, and I got my friends that I get to see, but you don't get to tell people everything, you know? It's whatever. I don't really mind it. I've gotten used to it at this point. I just wanted a family, you know?
It hurt
It's
your
just,
feelings.
yeah, it's devastating.
You're calling me to come home for 30 days while you're out living on the streets, running the streets. I don't know where you're at.
That's how you think of me? That's really what you think about me? That's what you think of me.
Well, tell her what she should think.
What am I missing?
You should have just at least tried to understand me before you dragged me onto here, dude.
I understand that I have made so many mistakes in your life.
That you screwed
As a
my brain up
child.
and fried it like a psycho? Like, I'm psychotic now, dude. I can't have normal conversations. You know how hard it is for me to talk to someone who lives in a house? I can't do it. I really can't. It's really weird, and it makes me feel awkward because I never got a chance to learn responsibility. So
You're
how am I
right.
supposed to go from being homeless and doing what I'm doing what makes me happy, what I think is right for myself? I feel that what I'm doing is right. I feel justified in everything that I'm doing. And I'm trying to understand where people on the other side are coming from, saying that you're homeless, you shouldn't be doing this, we're worried about you. But
I'm
no one's
worried.
tried to understand. No one's listening. The only people that listen are the other homeless people I hang out with. Homeless people. I mean, I'm saying that word on television. We're not homeless. We travel. We have family. All of us who are on the streets are so screwed up from something that has happened to us that we don't know what to do.
Okay, so I don't have the answers for you, and I don't know what else to do. And financially, I can't just protect you and get you and pull
I'm
you
not asking
away.
you for money. I haven't asked you. I didn't ask you to take care of me. And you wouldn't give me a chance.
I do the things I do, and I'm making the decisions I'm making because I love you. And I just want to see you have a better life for yourself.
This is what I want for my life. I love it. I love traveling.
Then maybe I'm missing something.
You are.
Because you don't sound happy when you call me and tell me you're lonely.
Because you're my
and
mom.
You miss me.
You're my mom. You're supposed to be there so I can cry on your
I
shoulder
am
and talk to you
here.
about boys and like tell you that my life sucks even when it doesn't. Just like I was when I was a kid and I'm like, oh, my life's so horrible. What am I going to do? I got this roof over my head and food to eat. Like, we cry about things to let it out. You can't just, you know what I mean? I call you and talk to you because you're my mom, and like, I'm supposed to be able to talk to you and cry to you about dumb things that should
Right.
be irrelevant. And you should, I understand where you could take those things a bit personally and say, wow, she's really upset out there. Maybe I should do something to help. I just want you to talk to me. I just want you to be my family, dude. I don't want anything from you but love. And for you to understand what I'm doing is right for me.
I
Don't
would
respond to
give
that.
my
Just
life-
listen to it. No. You need to hear what she just said. Don't respond to it. Just hear it. We're going to take a break. Tammy has another daughter, 18-year-old Tamika, who has not seen her sister since Tatiana left home. The sisters are about to see each other when we come back.
After appearing on the Dr. Phil show, my mom stopped having outbursts. It was wonderful. But Tatiana just kind of seemed to be the same. When Tatiana first left, I was really angry. I couldn't believe that she just would leave me there because we had just started getting close again. When she calls every once in a while, it feels like I'm talking to a stranger. I want my mother and Tatiana to get along. The last time I saw her, we went to an IHOP with my mom, and she was drunk. My greatest fear for Tatiana is that she's gonna die.
Well, Tatiana hasn't seen her little sister since she left home 3 years ago. But Tamika is here, and she's been waiting to see her. So, Tamika, come on out.
Dude, you look so pretty. You look so different, bro.
Tamika, it's good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you too. Sorry.
It's all right.
You look way different.
How's it feel to see your sister?
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it's wonderful.
It is weird.
I'm looking at a stranger. And I want to look, but it's hard. Yeah.
You miss her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And how do you feel to see your little sister?
Excited because I've been waiting for this forever. I don't feel like I'm looking at a stranger, but I understand that I've changed a lot.
Yeah. You said you want these two to get along and stop the Cold War.
This has lasted too long, and you want to have a relationship with her, and she wants to have a relationship with you. Just sit down, talk about it. This is what you guys have wanted. Stop this. You're pushing yourself away from her.
Here, come here.
That's awesome. I never thought about it that way either. I never really looked at it that way either.
Go ahead. You're doing great.
No, seriously.
No, you made me
seriously.
nervous.
What else
I
did
like
you do?
that seat better.
Okay. You're going to dummy up in the hot seat. I'll move you back. But your point is right. I mean, this is something that this has to be talked about, right? I mean,
Yeah. This has lasted too long. This is ridiculous how long this has lasted. It's just ridiculous at this point. I love you, but ridiculous is the only word I can think of.
I know that it's like I'm taking everything for granted, but I don't even know.
You don't sound ridiculous.
Not at all.
Because I don't know how to explain it
sound
to you
hurt.
guys. Because I do like my lifestyle a lot, and I don't talk about it because it's not just me living this lifestyle. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of other people too, and all of us get judged a lot all the time. I get judged all the time. I don't have somewhere to call home, and then when I call you and you judge me, you know how bad that hurts.
I'm so sorry.
When I call you because I was rude to, or got my face spit in, or got pushed over, and I call you and I'm just like, Mommy, this sucks, or Mika, this sucks. It sucks, but I'm calling you guys because sometimes I go through things and I just want a little bit of like, no, it's okay, I want you guys to just say like something to make me feel better, anything. I just want to know that somebody loves me and cares about me, and I'm not just the only one having to deal with this. Because I want a family too. You have family. I'm sorry.
First off, I've heard you say several times that it's hard for you to sit here right now because everybody in this audience is judging you. I can tell you these people may not agree with every decision you're making, but I'll promise you these people are not judging you right now. And they're judging you, they're judging me because I've been where you are. And I've been married to that woman out there for 39 years, and she will tell you, that's Robin, wave Robin, so she can see you. I think she will tell you I'm the least judgmental person she's ever met. I'm the least judgmental person I've ever met. I can tell you for sure. I got two boys. One of them is so tatted up, people would pick, if they were line up 1,000 kids, they would say, this one is the last one they would pick as Dr. Phil's son. He's highly talented. He's very creative. He's very individual. This is him.
Awesome.
He has a hell of a lot more tattoos than that man. Same kid, with him or without him. Doesn't matter to me. Look, not even God can change what has happened. You've made a lot of mistakes early on.
Absolutely.
You had a lot of mistakes made in your life early on. The legacy is being passed, and that needs to stop. If she says, I want to know that I can come home for a couple of weeks, we tested her. She's overcome a lot of things in her life. She's at a good place with that right now. If she wants to come home and stay for a couple of weeks or whatever, I think you should let her do that. I think she should know that she's got a home base that she can cycle through, and I think you should do that, respecting the boundaries. And I don't think you should try to solve a lot of problems right now, but I do think you need to transition to a safer, more rewarding situation that doesn't involve giving up your dog.
Yeah.
You don't give up a dog.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
You don't give up a dog.
I've had that dog for 4 years, you're telling me.
Yeah. You're dealing with a lot of hurt, and you're underestimating yourself. And I hate for you being out there in an incommunicado situation. And the first thing I would like to do is connect you with a lifeline so you can. I mean, I just personally, I would like to give you an iPhone or an iPad or something. Just let me give you a gift where you can reach out when you need to reach out. I don't like you being out of contact.
I don't like it either.
And then let me arrange for you to have some professional help in terms of life coach, transitional coaching, whatever is necessary to help you start making a plan at your pace when you're ready to do it. I can make this happen through something called Doctor on Demand, where you can reach out to this person electronically from anywhere. So you have somebody that you trust, that you can talk to privately to work on these things. And this is at your pace, your discretion to do what you want to do, because I think you can do more, I think you want to do more, but will you take that help?
Yeah.
I want to help you. I'm not judging you, I want to help you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to stop traveling yet, though.
I didn't ask you to.
Yeah, but I do want help, yes.
I'm just saying I'll help you. If you need, you do what you need to do, but that time is going to come when you say, I'm ready to start doing some different things. It's hard to overcome the momentum of one lifestyle and change into another one. And I just want to be able to help you do that when you're ready to do it the way you want to do it. I'm not trying to force you to do it, not putting a timetable on you. I'm just saying I want you to know that whenever you're ready to do it and you say, you know what, this is one of those times where I'm ready to make a switch.
Yeah.
And I want you to have the resources to do that with. And if you at home want your own Doctor on Demand, just go to Google Play Store or the iTunes App Store and download the Doctor on Demand app.
Okay, so this is part 2 in a 2-part episode. In part 1, we met Tammy. She was featured in a segment on an episode about bad moms or angry moms who are mean to their kids. And Tammy was definitely angry and mean to her kids. In that entire segment, she was like screaming and yelling at her kids and all the tapes. Her daughters are Tatiana and Tamika, and Tatiana has, since that episode, she's been living on the streets, homeless. She calls it traveling, and it's been 5 years and 2 years since they've seen each other in person. This is just very sad. Like I said before, the fact that she's living this type of lifestyle, I can't understand why she enjoys aspects of this for sure. It must feel very liberating, right? Like being able to come and go as you please, go wherever. She listed all the states that she's visited already. I'm sure she's visited more cities and towns. I'm sure she's met some very interesting people, but she's also calling her mom and talking about like getting spat in her face. And that's not an experience that most people just randomly have every day, but living on the streets is not safe. She carries a giant machete. I don't have a machete, just in my backpack, you know, I don't need one. So obviously there's some real dangers here. I guess she used to be involved with a lot of substances, but not anymore. So that's good. I can understand where Tammy is coming from with saying these are these 3 things that I need you to do. Pick one and then you can come back. And I understand her wanting to be rigid about it. And she, you know, she's trying to do the tough love thing, but clearly it's not working. It's been 5 years. You would think she would have, you know, pivoted by now. And I agree with Dr. Phil that it's okay to soften up a little bit and say, hey, you can come and stay with me for Christmas. You know, if you're really concerned about this girl and her safety, you don't keep pushing her away by saying you can never come back home unless you change your lifestyle. Maybe that could have worked if she was younger, but she's not a minor anymore. Now she's an adult. She's in her 20s. So there's no control. Tammy has no control over the situation and she cannot force her to do anything against her will. So I do think it's better to let her come home from time to time. At least while she's home, Tammy will know that she's safe. I do think it'll be difficult for her to switch to a more stationary lifestyle, but that's also why Dr. Phil is not pushing her to do it. He's talking about transition. It'll probably be a slow transition, right? Because she's been doing this for 5 years. So she would not want to go home to an apartment every single day after working a 9 to 5. So this is an issue, I think, with a lot of homeless people. I've never been homeless. I have had insecure housing though, and gone from couch to couch surfing. I did not enjoy that at all. I'm so glad to no longer be doing that. But maybe there is a way for Tatiana to transition at least into a safer lifestyle. But what did you guys think of this episode? What did you think about Tammy and her changed behavior? I'm so proud of her. I am amazed because I never get to see this watching this show as I do. Great job, Tammy. And unfortunately, though, I think the damage had already been done with Tatiana. What did you think about Tatiana and her situation and her choices? What do you think about what she has to say? She talks about how she really enjoys this lifestyle. She does also contradict herself, but I don't know if you guys have any experience with living on the streets, homelessness, or traveling, whatever you want to call it. Please let me know. I would love to hear your story. If you have any family members or friends or whomever like that, please say something in the comments. So you guys let me know. Drop it in the comments.